Hey, I'm Latrice Williams and welcome to Spokane. I'm actually a broker owner of a real estate firm here. I am also an entertainer performer. I'm the legislative lead for housing and homeless advocacy for District 4 as well. I am the first Black-owned female real estate firm here in Spokane, Washington. The real story is this: I came into real estate led by God, and so when you're led by God to do something, things should be falling into place, which they did. First year, I was the rookie of the year. I sold 44 homes my first year, but at the real estate firm that I was in and under, remember, everything is built on a systemic force, basically, right? And with me being a young Black woman, not only am I a young Black woman, but I'm also firmly incarcerated. I felt like I was kind of being pushed back and blocked, or just not being seen. And so instead of me staying in that culture, I just built my own. So we did 12 million last year, which is great in a society where it's really like 1 to 2 million, or maybe 1 to 3 million is the average. So we're doing really well. I do want to shout out my program, Account Me In. It's an accountability program. I am actually bringing on mentees. So I mentor young women, and I have a high focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion. So I want to make sure that people that they thought that, oh man, college is not the thing for me, and maybe I don't want to be a doctor, I don't want to be a lawyer, but I do want to make that kind of money. I want to give them the opportunity with real estate. Also an author. I like to write about situations to help people prepare themselves. So the book that I wrote last year is about preparing your home to get ready to sell, and how you can capitalize on your investment, because that's what it is. Everybody needs to know, but especially people of color, we need to be focused on generational wealth. We are here at our brand new offices at Vision Properties. I've been here for probably about a year now, but we just opened the brokerage on January 4th. Back in 2010, I was incarcerated for crack cocaine. Fair Sentencing Act was changed, right? It was they implied it, so they put it into action. And there were people who were in there for life sentences, 25, 30-year sentences, and they were getting immediately released. I would walk down the compound, and I'm like, hearing people talk about, I don't even want to go home. I don't want to go home because I done lost too much. That is so sad to hear. Even when I think about it now, it brings me almost to tears, because if you are you're so comfortable with the inside that when it's time for you to come home, you're not prepared to come home, that's a problem. I think a lot of restorative practices stop where they help people like find housing and they help people find a job. But if you help somebody find a job that's the minimum wage, how is that sustainable? So what I'm doing is specifically helping people, not just when they're fresh out of prison, but I go from, because I'm partnered with the Way to Justice as well, which is another organization out here, to help people not only after they're out of prison to get their legal financial obligations removed, to get them housing, and then I have an accountability program that's connected with the brokerage. It's not just about the large goals, the big goals, like the 5-year, the 3-year, the 1-year goal. It's about, what am I doing right now? Like, how the hell am I even gonna make it next week? Where am I sleeping at, right? So breaking down those goals into smaller goals, right? Like a weekly goal, and then they contact me, an accountability partner, daily. When I was fresh out of prison, I was like, I didn't really have a specific mentor or somebody to tell me kind of what to do and how to do it. I think a lot of people don't really make it. There is a high recidivism rate because they don't have an accountability partner, somebody that's like, hey, I've been there for real. I've been there before. Where are you at right now?
Father,
God allowed this to happen to me and for me, but it's really important that I go back and get other people. And so what that looks like is me setting an example. And how can I be your accountability partner if I'm not gonna do what I ask you to do? Because it works, right? So I have to show you that it works.
Here today, picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality.